Hi, friends. It's Charlene. Today, for our mindful movements, we're going to focus on wrists because many of us are sitting at the computer for, some long hours typing away. Even when we're not at work, we're on that computer or we're on the phone. So we're going to do some mindful movements around the wrist, and then we'll also do some around the legs. So when we're sitting for long periods of time. To start our day, we're going to interlace the thumbs. So one hand just comes in front of the other, the thumbs interlace, and then just place this on your chest. So right over your heart. Allow your eyes to close gently and just notice your body on earth. Notice your breath and just how it's breathing. Maybe inviting the breath to soften into the belly a bit. And bringing your attention to your hands resting gently on your chest, right over your heart. And allow the fingertips to just gently start to tap on your chest. Some gentle taps. It can be one finger at a time or all the fingers together. Just feeling the rhythm on your chest. This is a really wonderful, calming breath. As you do this tapping, you might notice a little bit of a release of some tension in your jaw, your shoulders, your hips, and your belly. You scan the body a bit and just see if there's any place that you're holding tension, and just imagine that tension starting to melt away with the rhythm of your fingers on your chest, calming, centering, focusing. You can open the eyes gently. Beautiful. This is just a really nice movement. I do this with my grandkids and sometimes with my mom when she needs a little bit of calming. So it's like a nice warm hug. When we're at our desks all day, sometimes wrists can get a little bit sore. And one of the my favorite ones to do is just imagining that your hands are a little bit wet and you're just shaking water off your hands. So you can do this with your breath. Just doing that a few times can really feel good. And it can be fast or slow, depending on how you're feeling. You can get your shoulders involved if you'd like. Another good movement for the wrist is bringing your hands together and interlacing the fingers. So fingers are interlaced. The elbows can be close together if that works for your body, or you can have a little space. And we're just going to roll the wrists. So roll those wrists from side to side. Fingers aren't real tightly interlaced, just a nice little interlace. And then if you can go backwards, go the other way. That feels really, really nice too. Beautiful. Another nice movement for our fingers is some finger flicking. So if we're gonna flick the middle and the ring finger off of our thumb. So it's just a little flicking motion. And we can do this with breath also. So we're going to do this with the breath where it's like we're blowing out a candle. So we're just focusing on the exhale. The inhale just happens. So we're going to have those fingers start to flick and then let our breath join in as well. Big inhale, arms all the way out to the side. Big, big inhale. And then exhale right down, heart center. Interlacing the fingers and stretching the arms out. So letting the shoulders first just be right under your ears, shoulder blades down your back. You have a nice long back. Just feeling that stretch. Inhaling overhead and then maybe exhale one side. Inhale back overhead. Exhale the other side. Come back to center. Let those hands come all the way back down. sweeping around, back to hands together. And then let's change the way that your hands were interlaced. So it might feel a little awkward, but just have the other thumb on the outside, stretching out again, inhaling all the way up, one side, the other side, coming back down. And this time, let your shoulder blades come kind of rounding the upper back. So your arms can stretch out nice and long. So instead of the arms, just the shoulder blades being down the back, they're coming apart. So you have lots of space between the shoulder blades. You can move the arms to one side and the other, just giving a little twist to that part of the spine. We really hold a lot of tension back there. And then the chin can go the opposite side as your arms are swaying and you're breathing. And back to center. We'll inhale all the way up to the top and then exhale, coming all the way down. And then go ahead and do any of those that might feel good while I'm readjusting here for some leg movements. So any of those arm movements can be done one at a time. They can be done all together. It's kind of your choice. Lots of little tools for your tool bag. Sitting on the chair, sometimes we don't have time to do a quick walkabout, but we can do a few stretches. So one of my favorites is just taking the opposite, the knee, kind of interlacing the fingers in front of the knee and letting that knee come up and down, circle the ankle one way and the other, release one hand and just take the knee out to the side and back. So back and forth, opening up that hip joint, and the toes can wiggle around here. You can try pointing the toes to do this and then flexing the foot. You get a little bit different options. That foot come down and kind of shake out the feet, march back and forth a little bit, and give the other knee a turn. So first, just hugging in towards the belly, circling the ankle. Your spine is still nice and long. And then taking one hand, bringing that knee out and back, pointing and flexing the foot. Beautiful. And coming back in, little shakes. Another thing that you can do is just crossing the ankle over the knee and just feeling that. Probably get a nice little stretch in the hips. You can also take one hand and kind of come under and grab your ankle, like gently have your ankle. If it feels good, you can take this, the other hand under your ankle. So you're holding up this leg and you're doing some stretches here, up and down, make some circles, kind of rocking your leg a little bit. Letting that foot come down and giving the other foot a turn. So for me, this hip is a lot tighter than my other one. So just notice that one hip could be very different than the other, and that's okay. Just notice, I'm going to give this hip a little bit more love. So rocking and moving in any way that would feel good here for the hips. Beautiful. And letting those hips come down, just shake it out, coming onto toes and heels. Toes and heels. Beautiful. And we're going to end with a round of 3-part breath. So just sitting up nice and tall, eyes can close. Let the breath start in the belly, filling the belly, the midsection, letting the breath rise right up to the middle of the ribs. And then breath continues to go all the way up to the clavicle. And then exhale, pouring the breath from the top all the way down. This set of breath, I'd like you to focus on your back body. So really feeling not just the front, but also the back body. So as you breathe, imagine that balloon blowing up in the back as well. As you get to your midsection, feel the back ribs spread. When you get all the way up to the top, feel the space between and above the shoulder blades. And then pouring the breath out, squeezing everything in. Do a few rounds of that at your own pace. Filling belly, filling midsection, all the way up to the top. And pause there for a few seconds and then allowing the breath to come down. resetting, resetting the nervous system, bringing some calm. And then after your last exhale, bring your hands to your chest again in that butterfly position, thumbs interlacing, and just give yourself another little pat. Hmm. Allow eyes to open. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care. Talk to you soon.